Boss cars. They're something of a staple in the CSR racing series. There's nothing quite as satisfying as racing a crew leader for pink slips and taking their car home with you. But today, I'm going to talk about a very interesting set of boss cars. Boss cars that cannot be obtained or unlocked by any event or action in the game. This is the strange case of the Altai boss cars in CSR2. So, first of all, who's Altai? Altai is the first boss of the Tempest group, which you unlock after completing the main storyline in CSR2. Now, the Tempest storyline expands off of the base storyline of the game and allows you to help some of the previous crew members that you raced and help get rid of this big bad Tempest boss. Now, of course, like any other mainline story, you must race through every tier and car class, but the difference here is when you get Altai to leave that area of the map, instead of battling for his car, you instead race the crew member for their car. Wait, what? In a bizarre twist, you only see Altai's cars when you race him. And after completing that section of the map, you never see them again. So, let's take a look at each of Altai's cars, from Tier 1 to Tier 5. First things first, Tier 1. For this class, the 2012 Ford F-150 Raptor. From the outside, the truck looks quite similar to its dealership counterpart, but the design and details aren't what's strange about this vehicle. No. What's strange about this vehicle is that it's actually a Tier 2 car. What's gotta be one of the strangest decisions, this Raptor, for some odd reason or another, is specifically a Tier 1 vehicle, which means the truck has to be massively detuned to fit the class. It has no Stage 6 parts, so without the Stage 6 parts, it at best runs a 12.5 quarter mile, about a second off the fastest Tier 1 car, which of course is the Boss 302. So it's not even the fastest Tier 1 car, it's been detuned so severely it's not even it's a Tier 2 car that's been detuned, and it's not even the fastest in the slower tier. Now, the really strange thing is that, given that Tier 1 already has the Ford Fiesta in it, its strange Natural Motion would choose a different classed vehicle to put into Tier 1. But maybe the F-150 Raptor was originally supposed to be a Tier 1 car and something changed in the production. I don't know. But it's strange that they put it in the wrong class and then never change it. They just never fixed it. Alright, now on to Tier 2. Since he can't pick the F-150 Raptor since that's in Tier 1, he has to go with the Ford Focus RS. But this isn't any ordinary Ford Focus RS. This is the Focus RS HPE 400. Now, unlike its dealership and rare import versions, this hot hatch has got a lower ride height, blacked out paint job with a matte finish, and has got some pretty fancy looking bronze wheels. Now, this car isn't misplaced in the wrong class or anything, and minus the rims, it's a pretty similar looking Ford Focus RS that could be put together in the dealership pretty quickly. Now, performance-wise, Altai's Ford Focus RS is a 3-star, purple star actually, 3 purple star car, which means this is more than likely the fastest Ford Focus RS in the game. But I have no way of knowing, since Stage 6 parts for this car shouldn't exist, and if you go to Rare Imports to get a car-specific crate, it costs $8? Anyway, The Ford Focus RS is visually very similar to the one you can get in the game, but performance-wise, that's where his advantage lies. On to Tier 3, and this one's a doozy, folks. This time around, Altai brings out some serious American muscle. The 2015 Ford Mustang GT Premium. Wait a minute, hold the phone. That is not a Mustang GT Premium. This is a Mustang GT Premium. So if that's a GT Premium, then what is this? Well, contrary to what the game files tell you what this car is, this is the Mustang HPE 750. Not only is this a Tier 4 car, so it's been dropped into the wrong tier, again, but it's also been severely tuned so that it, instead runs a quarter mile instead of a half mile. Visually, the HPE 750 is just about identical to the Tier 4 version you see here. Of course, it's got a blue stripe instead of a red stripe because Tempest. Under the hood is where the changes were made on this car, but not in a good way. 3 tiers down, 2 to go. And next up, the Ford Mustang Shelby GT350R. Now on the outside, this looks like a traditional Shelby GT350 that you can pick up from the dealership or from Rare Imports. But thanks to the CSR Racing Wiki, yes, that is a real site, this is actually the HPE 850 Shelby GT350R. And when I say it's more powerful than the regular version, I mean it's way more powerful than the regular version. Once again, the matte black paint job and bronze rims make a return to Altai's stable of vehicles, but again, it's a Purple Star car, which does help out in the performance department. But that is, of course, if you can afford the crates to get Stage 6 parts. And even if you could, would they even fit the car? Again, this car isn't supposed to be in your garage at all, ever. This car cannot be obtained through regular means. I shouldn't even be able to upgrade and fit fusion parts to this car. Whatever. The GT350R is one of the more tame vehicles in this lineup, but it's still an interesting piece, to say the least. Okay, this is it. The final tier. Last stand before getting run out of town. It's the 2017 Ford GT. Wait a minute. The 2017 Ford GT?
No.
Why on earth Altai decided to pick this car specifically is beyond me. Not only did he spend a pretty penny on a very slow car, but he also dumped more money into customizing it. Oh boy. Now, I actually got to drive this car on a fully legitimate account back in... oh crap. Oh, phone. Just a second. 2016. I got to drive this car as a daily battle vehicle. In the description of this video, I note that it does have, the bronze wheels, it's got a lower ride height, it's got the matte black paint. The rear wing doesn't extend. I don't remember that. Maybe that gets fixed later on. I think it does. The rear wing doesn't extend and it sounds different. I originally thought it was a Liberty Walk car, but that of course turned out to not be the case. Oh, there goes my phone. Okay, well, hopefully I don't have to do any more research. I assume that was a mistake. The car wasn't supposed to be, obviously the car wasn't supposed to be a daily battle car, so that they must have made a mistake. Natural Motion must have messed up. Put the car in the game files, but then it became a daily battle car for some reason, so... Anyway, Performance. We already talked about what's visually different with the car. Let's talk about the performance. I assume, again, without getting any Stage 6 parts, it's hard to say, but it's a Purple Star. It's a 5-star Purple Star car. There is actually some Purple Star 4 GTs, the Heritage Edition ones. So, which one of the GTs is actually the fastest? It's probably very close, if not the same. But it's even maxed out. It's still very slow, I'm sure, by Tier 5 standards. It is truly, truly an awful, awful car. It's a good-looking car. I'll give him that. It looks good, but it underperforms in every statistic. Okay, in conclusion, while Altai was restricted to using only Ford vehicles for his lineup, his set of 5 blacked out cars and trucks is definitely a strange one. Especially since these cars cannot be obtained through regular means in the game, and you must either modify your game or use a game-breaking glitch, basically. The misplaced cars in the incorrect tiers is really strange to me as well. It's definitely an odd mistake to make and then just never fix it. But this is natural motion we're talking about, so maybe I'm not supposed to be surprised. The Stage 6 parts deal is weird too. You're never supposed to be able to own these cars or upgrade them or add fusion parts or anything. So in that sense, it makes sense that if it did have Stage 6 parts just like buried in the game files, it would just share them with another vehicle name. I'm almost tempted to spend a little bit of money and just to see what would happen if I bought crates out of Rare Imports. Because obviously Ford Fusion parts will work on these cars. You can upgrade them, add Ford Fusion parts to them, but the Stage 6 parts, I just don't know if it'll work. I guess if I want to do that, I'll have to make another video on it. Let me know in the comments section, should I actually spend some real money on upgrading these cars? Just to find out the maxed out times, I guess. I don't know. Let me know in the comments. But I guess that'll do it. I guess that's all there is to say. If you enjoyed the video, hey, be sure and give it a like. It really helps the channel out a lot. And I do have some more CSR racing videos planned in the near future. So, hey, hit that subscribe button. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss when I upload next. And until next time, keep on gaming, everybody.